Hey guys, this is the abridged video for the second arc of Okami. If you haven't watched the first one, you might want to hit that up first. You don't got to, but it might help with the whole viewing experience. Let's get the shindig started. Beginning where we last left off, Orochi's dead. The world is saved and Susanoo and Kushi fell in love. Also, Sakura lets you know that she saw a swirling black mist come from the husk of Orochi's corpse and sends another evil at work that was now headed for the capital. Looks like your job isn't done yet, Furball. Saying your goodbyes, you head on over to the city checkpoint. Use your newfound fire skills and light our good friend Yuichi's arrow on fire to signal the lowering of the drawbridge. Then everything just kind of explodes. Well, at least the drawbridge lowers, and he heads off on a night adventure. He's not going on one of those, he's a simple kind of man. He'll listen closely to his mama. That was a reference, by the way. Welcome to this arc Shinshu field, Ryoshima Coast, packed with demons, a guardian sapling to fix up, an ancient Enkoku temple that's empty because the priest is in charge is in Science City because they have a lot of problems that need a lot of fixing. And it sounds like a lot of plots going on right now. Oh yeah, half-naked fisherman also speaks of giant water dragon terrorizing the coast and anyone who enters its waters. That plot aroma is pungent in these lands. Science City. Looks like shit. Queen Himiko, the ruler of Science City, has been cooped up in her palace while the city has been overtaken by a thick mist that makes everyone feel just plain terrible. Want to help the carpenter fix the canals and bring back the water? Yep. That's pretty sweet of you, man. Good job. Science City aristocratic quarter, land of the rich people, and this guy, who won't let you get through until you fish. Do it. Well done. Oh, look at that. Evil Mrs. coming from the Imperial Palace. Oh boy, isn't that something? Hey, look it's Waka. He's back as per usual, speaking cryptic nonsense about seeking a path to the heavens. Isu believes Queen Himiko's a huge jerk and thinks Waka's in cahoots with her. Also, Waka mentions the mist will probably kill everyone in the city in a few days. Guess you should probably hurry then. Good Lord have mercy on my listen, I got this huge script read out and it's supposed to make a big deal about Rawa's tits, but I don't feel like doing it, so yeah, this is the busty babe of the second arc. You remember Kushi? Well, this is some real cushy ticky ticky woo shit right here. That was really stupidly written. The missing priestess of Enkoku Temple. And also kinda knows what you and Susanoo did with dealing with Orochi. She thinks you can help her out, but she needs her prayer slips first. And you'll get them. However, on the way there you hear two guards talking about the Emperor, who seems to be a real jerk these days. Also, they locked up a girl named Kaguya, and no one really understands why. But he's the Emperor, so they just kinda go along with it. Anyway, just take her paper, lady. Now that she has the goods, she speaks of the forces of darkness, and requests your aid in finding the fox rods that would help her fighting back the forces of evil that are invading the land. Huh. In the first place you go and look, the broken down trading vessel off the coastline. You can get there when the moon comes out because that's how tides work. Sometimes I guess it just pays off to be able to control friggin' reality. Sunken ship. More like this is where things get spooky ship. Oh, that's a great joke. Rao joins you because she's awesome like that and helps you dispel the curses on the doors to get through. She also whacks off the ghosts and spookiness that gets in your way. Because paper's pretty good. Mimics, spider queen ghosts, shark crabs, puzzles, actual sharks, and giant evil green blob hands. I love this boat. Oh yeah, here's a lucky mallet. I haven't really mentioned this before, but it's been alluded to exist and it's able to shrink people into the size of a small bug. No fox rods here, but you get the mallet because you did all the work anyway. On the way out, you're swimming along and, well, I guess it's worth mentioning that you almost get eaten alive by the water dragon. Seriously, this thing is crazy. Well, you survive anyway, because it's kind of a silly way to end the game like that, and the lucky mallet starts bouncing off. You follow it and it leads you back to Science City once more. Crack in the wall that leads to the Emperor's place where the evil's coming from. Well, hell, slap me on the ass and make a Rick Moranis reference going in. That's great. Hey, Easton. Looking good, buddy. Now that you're in the land of the super tiny, you make your way through it all, dealing with spiders, feet, and brooms. You come across a girl locked up in a jail cell, leave her as you've more important things to do, but that didn't work out, so you come back and find out her name is Kaguya. She's the granddaughter of Mr. Bamboo, an old bamboo merchant from the first arc. She's imprisoned by the Emperor for no real reason, has no memory of who she really is, and because she's a looker, Misun's like, hey, let's piss off Tumblr and only help cute girls. Because being a shallow prick is sweet. Locked away in a chest underground you find... No. Locked away in a chest underground you find the celestial brush sheep Kazugami. He's drunk, lovely, and gives you the power to slow time. What a beautiful little thing he is. Use your new power as you go along and come across the bedroom of the Emperor himself. Just sleeping there. A bunch of mist is coming from his mouth, so it looks pretty evil to me. I want to go in. So I did. Right smack dab in the middle of his stomach you find one of the great evils that came from Orochi's husk. Blight. Or Gold Nail the Sword. Whichever floats your interest, I guess. He's cool, but... now he's dead. It happens to the best of us. A familiar black mist flew from his defeat and headed over to the horizon. Just like Orochi. Looks like more evil's afoot. Whoop whoop. Now that the Emperor's been cleansed, you control him from the inside. Release Kaguya, and she speaks of a small black room, does the sanctuary, and bounces off. You're fucking loaded, so you buy a cool sword. Looking good. Tunnel snakes also represent this out of Nippon. Time to revisit Sasa's sanctuary. fucking love this place. Kaki is here with her grandfather, Mr. Bamboo. He's excited she's back and is happy to have her around again, but she can't stay. Her plan and user joke is probably something I should put here, but I'm not going to. Also, this hole is made for me, yada yada joke. Helping her with digging up the past, you uncover a goddamn bamboo spaceship. Mr. Bamboo admits he found her, almost dead when she was pretty young. He, along with his now departed wife, cared for her and raised her as one of their own. He always feared this day would come and doesn't like that it has. But you can't fight space fate, old timer. As thanks for helping her, she gives Amy the fire tablet. That makes us immune to fire. Remember that. See you later, Space Bamboo Girl. Time to enter Queen Himiko's palace. Her handmaiden lets you know she's been waiting for you to go on up. And look, sees a bunch of lava up here. But you got a fire tablet, so you're good. Hey, Queen Himiko. Isun is a bit skeptical at first, but since she's a pretty dame, he believes her when she admits that she wasn't exactly down with the whole evil mist almost killing her people thing. She then tells of the fact that she was held up here to keep the location of Oni Island intact. Oni Island is the stronghold of the dark forces that are attacking the land, by the way. It vanishes each day at sundown, reappearing somewhere else in the big old sea. So you can see it's kind of a pain to keep a lock on it. In order to keep herself safe, the giant crystal ball is around as a barrier, so she's allowed to focus on locating the island. She also kinda needs Amy's help, as the only way to get to the island is with the aid of the water dragon to break the barrier around it. And the only way to get that is to get in touch with the Draconians, a race of people who live under the sea. That sounds like a real pain in the ass. I'm in. But first let's stop at a cat restaurant and learn the power of summoning an intense raging inferno that— Why is my garage opening? Incinerates all of our enemies. Waka is also the captain of some troops who wear masks. Weird, but acceptable in the great span of things. North Ryushima coast. Now we're getting somewhere. First stop? Well, nowhere yet because Waka's popping up again. He's already cleansed the zone of the curse surrounding it, so hey, he's finally not useless. He also calls Isun out and doesn't think he's a legit artist, and talks about how someone stole their grandfather's painting of a wood sprite and ran away from home. I smell drama. It smells like salt water. Later, Waka. Well then, first stop, another cat restaurant who needs fish. Noted. Next up, we meet a large boy who's bullied by three little shit stains who weren't held enough as babies. Urashima, the man boy, speaks of a dragon palace and no one ever really wants to believe him. He mentions an emissary that only appears during the morning. So come out tomorrow, Orca Man, take me by the hand. Lead me to the land that you understand. Though it sucks you won't be able to because only worthy people may enter. Decreed by Otohime, the ruler of the Dragonians. You must find the whirlpool entrance, but that's currently hidden. Though I guess the first place I'd look for a whirlpool is a giant tower. That's good thinking right there. Cat call tower. Giant tower with a whole lot of cats going on. Climb it. All of it. All of it. Good job. Introducing the Celestial Brush God of Walls, Kabagami the Kitty. Kittigami. Furball here gives you the power to climb walls wherever the cat statues might be. So that's pretty nice of him. Nice. Now jump. Trust me, this is about as satisfying as it looks. Yo, each year everywhere, man. Let me help you with that fruit. Alright, have a good one, man. See ya. After exploring around a bit, finding a divine spring, and tossing in a lot of money, you're visited by Bakugami, the celestial brush god of bombs. Now you can make two at once. Alright. Fish. Bringing this whopper back to the cat chef extraordinaire, he makes some good eats and you learn the whirlwind brush technique from Kazugami, the celestial brush god of wind. Heading up on a cliff you find Watcher's Cave. This random fella here talks about something known as the Whirlpool Galaxy, but due to Oni Island being a dick, he hasn't seen a star in the sky. Hang on, I gotta go donate some yen to a spring to get Tachikami to give me an upgrade to slash technique first. Okay, magic time. Bringing the stars back to the sky, you open up a secret whirlpool entrance to the Dragon Palace. Kinda almost forgot we were doing that. Welcome to the Dragon Palace, land of people who live under the ocean. Otohime was expecting you and welcomes you inside. As per usual, Isun is taken aback by his loins. A problem is afoot, this time it's the water dragon who sleeps near the Dragon Palace, and we gotta get over there and retrieve the dragon orb from it, so you gotta assist with that. Or all is lost. You know the drill by now, I'm sure. Oh, right, the water dragon isn't actually bad, but the forces of darkness kind of made it a bit loopy. That's all, man. Also, the orb is kind of inside the water dragon. Time to go inside a living being. Again. Mo belly mo, this is a lot of shit going on. Utilizing mad stomach acid, you dislodge the dragon orb from some corrupt gunk. Get jumped by foxfire demons, kill them, and require the fox rods that Rao mentioned a while ago. Time to run out of this belly before it fills with a whole lot of death. Rest in peace, water dragon. You done did it, Amy. You killed him. You killed an innocent water dragon. Introducing King Wada, a guy who was actually the water dragon. He took up the arms of protecting everyone by the right of the Dragonians, and you killed him. You should feel terrible right now. Rao, what the fuck are you doing in the ocean? Stop it. Either way, since you acquired the fox rods and she mentioned that she needed them to help fight back the darkness, you toss them her way and she's off like a bad idea on a first date. Find a treasure box, by the way, which is apparently filled with the gasps of 1,000 mermaids. That's normal. Bringing the dragon orb back to Otohime, you tell her exactly what went down. When King Wada was her husband and understands that he kinda needed to be put down. Questions your decisions that part with the fox rods as they were sort of stolen from the evil Dark Lord, which is the main power of Oni Island, and they were kinda the key to unlocking his full power. Sounds like you fucked up. The dragon orb shows a vision of Ra being attacked by an evil monster over at Enkoku Temple. So Isun and Emi hightail out of there to go save her. They're met with a ghostly vision of Ra leading them somewhere and then into a hidden cave with a secret wall. I'm an idiot, but Rao's right there. She's long dead. And look at the clothes. It's definitely a dead Rao. Coming out the other end, you realize it was a secret tunnel that leads directly into Himiko's palace. You find her handmaidens knocked out and head on up to see how Himiko's doing, and, well, she's dead. Rao's there and says a great monster came and killed her, but Ami's not buying it. Turns out that Rao, all along, was the Dark Lord of Oni Island, and since Ami got her the fox rods once more, she was able to regain enough power to shatter Himiko's crystal ball barrier and kill her. And since Ami killed the water dragon, there's really no way anyone can be able to get to Oni Island in the first place anymore, so... shit. One surprisingly quick battle later, evil Rao has had enough, and sheds the busty babe Shirat to reveal her true form. The nine-tailed fox. Deciding this was all but a waste of time, she leaves to go to rally her evil forces to make one final push to conquer all who stand in her way. Also, she talks about Yami, who's some really evil guy that she works for. Wait, is Rao even a female anymore? Whatever, Fox works for Evil Thing. And now I guess it's all over. With no way to get to Oni Island, it's all kind of for naught now, you know? That is until Himiko's visage is shown on the crystal ball. She manipulated the dark powers that came from the Dark Lord in order to be shown to Ami one last time. She tells Ami that Oni Island will appear the next sunset just off the coast of Watcher's Cape. You know, the place with the galaxy whirlpool. With that, the crystal ball shatters and the fate of her entire soul is lost. Ouch. Better not let that all go to waste for a while. Meeting you at the edge of the Watcher's Cape is Otohime, with good news for once. She's able to utilize the right of the Dragonians, along with the Dragon Orb, to become the new water dragon to break the barrier on Oni Island. Crossing Snake Way, you finally enter the domain of the Dark Lord, and begin your venture through the forces of unimaginable evil. Like M merchants, pieces of paper named Toby and... okay, I'm supposed to do these things in threes, but let me just get straight with it really quick. Toby's the gatekeeper of Oni Island, but the thing is, his real passion is racing. Isun gave Ami the silly nickname of Full Throttle Ami, which kinda sparks the competitive rivalry between the two, and they take part in a few races along the entire course of Oni Island. We'll get back to Tobes in a few. Just know that the entirety of Oni Island is a lot of traps. Just a whole bunch. Heading outside to a balcony, you come across a statue of a tiger that seemed to be missing something. One dash of the brush and you have yourself a newly fixed up statue of the celestial brush god of thunder, Gekigami. Now you can work with the power of electricity, which is helpful as there's quite a few electrical themed puzzles that need to be taken care of. Convenient's something I'd say, but obviously it's just basic game design to introduce something like this here, so good shit, well done. Some electricity themed puzzles, a maze of doors, 2D platforming, hell, just more everything. You find yourself face to paper with Toby one more time, for a final race to end it all. Winner takes home the gold. Amy T, Mr. Amy, Mohawk. Either way you win. And Toby, as punishment for abandoning his post as a gatekeeper, dies and disintegrates into a small flower. He died doing what he loved, but damn, that was an unexpectedly moving moment. It's time for the ultimate showdown with the Dark Lord, with the nine-tailed fox. Bringing down the demon from the skies who's pretending to be a celestial brush god. Amy hammers into nine tails until nothing remains but a beaten, tired old fox. One pitiful battle later, the fox is put to rest, and the threat over Ryoshima Coast, the capital, and Oni Island is no more. But, just like its predecessors, a black mist rises from the defeated fox. It seems to be pulled towards the land of the extreme north, possibly to join with Yami, the true Dark Lord of which Ninetail spoke of. And, well, that's it. That's the end of Arc 2 of Okami. There's some added details afterwards though, like Waka mentioning a storm coming from north of Shinshu Field, the news that Waka might actually be over 200 years old, acquiring a tablet that lets Ami run on water, coming to grips with the reality that you never actually knew the real Rao in the first place, acquiring a power from the celestial brush god Okami to teleport between springs at will, offering Urashima the treasure box he got from the Dragon Palace to break the curse that fell upon him after he drowned, consumed mermaid flesh, and was stuck with the body of a boy for many, many years. Also aiding the burial ceremony of Queen Himiko and acquiring the power of rain, helping a tiny hairy old man with a device to acquire the power of Thunderbolt, and opening the path to the Northern Lands, which would begin Arc 3. That concludes the summary of this year Okami playthrough. I think it's about episodes 19 to 36, also known as the second arc, also known as there is only one more arc left, and also known as I've talked enough and I am going to stop doing that now. So I hope you guys have a good one, and I'll catch you another time. Take it easy. Bye. I can't believe I just talked for 45 minutes straight.